we're very pleased they were able to go to Tulsa and playing against a really potent offense and to come out of there with the victory. I was pleased with the way we played, especially defensively. I thought we played really well against a team that's been scoring a lot of points against a lot of people. Started off sluggishly offensively, but I thought we picked it up, as the game continued to go on. Again, we're pleased that we're able to come out there with the victory. But we have a short week this week. We have to travel back to Texas this week, and so our focus is turned to a really good Houston team. Fortunately, right now we're relatively healthy for as healthy as you can be. Healthy is a relative term for football players. During the season, especially 10 weeks, 10 games into it for us. But we're relatively healthy, and we know this is going to be a tough challenge. Coach Herman's, has done a phenomenal job with their program. Their guys are playing really well. They lost a tough one this past week, but they definitely had opportunities to win. And, they've had some injuries, but, they're still playing well. Really good teams, beating a lot of good football teams. And so it's going to be exciting, and our guys are looking forward to it.
We'll take questions for Coach Niumatalolo. Please hit *1 on your telephone to join the queue. Then the operator will introduce you.
We'll take our first question from Kyle Kensing with Athlon Sports.
Coach, with the success that the triple option has had there at Navy, first from Coach Johnson and then now with you year in and year out, what about that offense you've been able to sustain that level from year to year?
Well, I think one thing that definitely helps us is, people don't see it week in and week out. So, everybody's in the gun, in the spread. There's not too many guys under center anymore. And so I just think, just everybody's, in the spread now doing different things. So it's allowed us to be successful just from a standpoint of people aren't familiar with it. And we've been doing this for so long. We've seen everything that you can throw at us. And we've evolved over the years. Things that have given us trouble over the years, we've tinkered with our offense. We've tinkered with different things. So we can work on our offense week in and week out because, obviously, this is what we do. But people don't defend us every week. And so I think that's definitely a plus for us. Air Force and Army, they run the option, but they see the option all spring and all fall camp. Some guys say they practice against it and that kind of stuff, but it's a little different when the scout team's running, and that's your actual offense. So I think that's what's been beneficial for us is people don't see it.
And the fact that it is relatively rare, but teams like you and Air Force and even somebody like New Mexico are now having success running it. Does it surprise you that it's not more prevalent right now?
No, I just people want to see the ball in the air. I mean, that's just the nature of people want to throw the ball. I guess people think it's more fan friendly, and we just want to win. I think that if you win, that draws fans. So we're going to do what we feel gives us an opportunity to win, and I think that's just a big part of it. College just, people want to throw the football.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll take our next question from Joseph Duarte with Houston Chronicle.
Good morning, Coach.
Morning.
I was wondering, what jumps out at you about Houston's defense and what you've been able to see from them this season?
Just toughness and just who they are. I mean, they're well coached. Just their whole team, but defensively they're well coached. They're tough. Obviously they'll hit you. I mean, just a physical group. Obviously, Roberts is. He's a load inside. The linebackers are tough. Especially with Roberts, but they're big and physical and they're well coached. That's on defense. That's a bad combination for the offense facing them. They know what they're doing, and they're physical in what they do.
And as a follow, does it matter in terms of preparation on quarterbacks who they have out there? They've had to use two the last couple of weeks with injuries, but Obviously, Greg Ward's a little bit different than the Postma kid, but does that factor a lot into how you guys prepare this week?
No, I mean, obviously, Greg Ward is a dynamic player with the ball in his hand, but Postma can run too. I mean, you're not going to put guys in your offense don't fit what you do. It's just that the Ward kid is so spectacular with the ball. It kind of outshine a little bit of what Postma does, but I watch him run. I mean, he's athletic too. It's sometimes you have somebody that's so good that he outshines somebody that's actually pretty good too, just because his talent level is so extreme. And the beginning part of the year, you just watch the Ward kid. I mean, nobody could tackle him. I mean, he's just just all over the place. It's just hard to get on the ground. But Postma is definitely athletic enough to run all of their stuff. So, I don't see them changing. I mean, they could, but it's he can do everything that Greg did.
Thank you.
We'll take our next question from Shannon Green with the Orlando Sentinel.
Good morning, Coach. How are you doing?
Good morning. How you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. Having seen Houston come off of that loss to UConn, do you think that makes the team a little bit more dangerous coming in, or does it make them more vulnerable?
I definitely think it makes them, more dangerous, especially in the fashion that they lost. I mean, they went home, realizing they definitely had an opportunity to win that game, and so, they also recognize that they still control their own destiny. If they win out, they still control their destiny. So as tough as that loss was, they recognize they just got to beat us to get to the championship game, and so I don't think it makes them vulnerable. I just makes it think that they, continue to, keep that chip on the shoulder, knowing that they have a chance to win everything.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach, before we let you go today, I'd like to take one myself, if I may. I just want to ask you a couple questions about the conference in general. Obviously, your first year in the conference, and want to know about your experience with it, with 3 top 25 teams in the league, some of the non-conference win the league has had, 7 bowl-eligible teams, potential for 9 if things shake out a certain way. Can you just expand a little bit on your experience with the conference this first go-around with you?
Well, I think, I think I can, speak for everybody in our program here at Navy, from coaches to staff to administrators and to players. It's been a great experience for us. The football has been phenomenal. They're really good teams. The venues that we played at have been, really good, and just the whole atmosphere has been, everything's been first class. Mike's done a really good job in marketing our conference. And I think the best thing about it is the conference is doing well, and guys are playing well. So I don't think, we could have asked for a better year for our conference, and just that so many teams are doing well. It's a tough league to play in, but it makes it fun because every week there's another great challenge and another good team, and so it's been nothing but great for the United States Naval Academy.
With that, Coach, well, thank you for your time today and throughout the season. And if you win the game on Saturday, we'll be talking to you again next Monday. But thanks again for your time all year.
Okay. Thanks, Chuck. Bye-bye.
Okay. Again, Coach Niumatalolo from the Naval Academy, the